The LinkedIn Live features, they're just so shoddy. I don't know what it is. I think we're live. Hey everybody, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you appreciate me? I don't care about that part. Can you, is it working? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat if we are live on LinkedIn? If you are watching this after the fact on YouTube, just know that I go live every second Friday on LinkedIn if you want to join in on the conversation. Now I gotta say, the LinkedIn Live functionality isn't exactly the most reliable and isn't exactly the highest quality when I do try to stream. It usually works, but for some reason, I don't know, today it's being a little wonky. I think we're live. I gotta say, yeah, there we go. Okay, we're live. Alright, we're live. How's everybody doing? It's April the 26th for another episode of the Visto Show. We got some exciting stuff to talk about this week, so I'm probably just going to jump right the heck into it. We got some express entry to discuss, we got the budget to discuss, we got some new technology to discuss, a whole bunch of fun things. Hope your week has gone well. We're cruising into Friday afternoon, so can't complain too much. But anyways, let's jump right into it. I want to talk about express entry, and we've had a few more draws this week. Things continue to get interesting, and I'm going to share my screen here. I got a couple things. First what I want to do is quickly play, in case you watched last episode, April 12th, Josh made a bet on what express entry draws would get next, and so I just want to quickly review it here. We'll say April 24, general, 24, inviting, let's say 13-ish hundred people, and then April 25th, they're going to do French, and they're going to invite another 1,500 people-ish. Okay, let's take a look here, folks, because this week we had two express entry draws. Now you can see here, this video was posted 13 days ago. There has been no editing, no switching, nothing like that. April 24th, general draw, inviting, what did I say? 1,300 people to apply. I was off by a day, so they did it on April 23rd, and they invited 2,095 people to apply, so I was a little bit off there. And then on the 25th, I said there'd be a French draw inviting 1,500 people to apply. And there was a French draw, and they invited 1,400 people to apply. So not too bad, right? I said, what did I say? General for 1,500? No, yeah, general for 1,300 and French for 1,500. They did a general for 2,000 and a French for 1,400. So I wasn't too far off. They've definitely settled into this pattern of, like, if we scroll back to, like, kind of starting in February. Actually, yeah, pretty much February, right? So general draw French, then general draw and non-French, then general draw and French, then general draw and non-French, then general draw and French, then general draw and non-French. You get my point. So that's why my guess was general draw and French. And then probably, if I can make a bet, for the next two draws, there will be a small-ish general draw, about 1,500 to 2,000 people, and then they'll probably do they've done STEM, they've done transport, they've done ag and healthcare. So maybe they'll go back to trade. Ooh, they haven't done a trade. They haven't done a trade in 2024. So that would be my guess. My guess is 2 weeks from the 24th, they will do a general draw. It'll be somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 people. And then the next day, they will do a trades draw. And it'll probably be, I don't know, what did they do the last one as? 1,000? So I'm going to say 1,000 to 2,000 people. Now, ironically, apparently we need a lot of tradespeople. But heck, I guess we don't need enough for IRCC to be doing a lot of draws for it. So anyways, those have been the draws over the last 2 weeks. Pretty standard. So nothing too crazy. Again, compared to what I was talking about. I will put the link to this in the comments as well, so you have them. I'm not going to spend too much more talking about that unless anybody has specific questions related to express entry. Otherwise, let me close some of these. Otherwise, we will move on from there. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about quickly is the budget. I don't want to go into detail because the budget kind of goes beyond, well beyond immigration, more into finance and politics and stuff like that. But I did want to quickly talk about what I think was a terrible change, as they've proposed to increase the inclusion rate on capital gains realized annually above 250K for individuals, and on all capital gains realized by corporations and trusts from 1/2 to 2/3. I posted about this on LinkedIn maybe about a week and a half ago. I don't want to get into the weeds because I don't think the little weeds or the nitty-gritty details of the numbers are too important. I think the biggest takeaway here is that the Canadian government is further disincentivizing entrepreneurship when we've had a huge trouble with entrepreneurship in Canada over the last 5-10 years. And in summary, the number of entrepreneurs in Canada has been plummeting. That's obviously really bad, right? Any economy or any country is going to want more entrepreneurs. They create new businesses, they provide good goods and services, they create jobs, they pay taxes, all that kind of stuff. So anything that disincentivizes more entrepreneurship in Canada, I think, is a terrible idea. The Liberals apparently don't agree, or they see it a little bit differently. But I think it's a very bad move. I hope it doesn't make it in when all this budget stuff gets finalized. I do think there were some things that I liked mentioned in the budget, but I think this is just a totally backwards idea. I don't think it makes any sense. So hopefully it gets retracted. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I posted about it on LinkedIn, so I figured I might as well kind of mention it here. If anybody has any thoughts, feelings, concerns, then please feel free to let me know. Now, the next thing I wanted to quickly talk about was earlier last week. Was it 2 weeks ago? I posted this on LinkedIn too. I'll put the link in the comments. We just launched a couple weeks ago now, I guess, so I shouldn't say just, but we did also launch our spousal sponsorship automation, right? So for those of you who know, we are an immigration tech company. We automate Canadian immigration systems and processes and, stuff for Canadian immigration firms. And one of the biggest pain in the asses of an application is what's called spousal sponsorship. And so we've recently added that to our arsenal of applications that we've automated in Visto. For those of you that are running your own practices or working at Canadian immigration firms, spending a lot of time on spousals, prepping spousals, you might find it useful. So I posted the link. The link to my LinkedIn post gives you more info, and there's also a little video I recorded kind of showing you more. So I'm not going to spend more time than that, because if you are interested, just check it out at the link, the LinkedIn link that I shared. If you're watching this live, you'll see it in the comments. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, you will see it in the description below. All these links that you see me copy pasting into the chat, they're going to be in the description below if you're watching after the fact on YouTube. Now, let's continue along our political soiree, shall we say, because last week, I guess a week ago today, maybe the show is slowly getting a little bit more political, but I had the pleasure of meeting Pierre Poilievre. If you're not already subscribed to my bi-weekly business newsletter on LinkedIn, then I highly recommend it. I guess I'll link to it here as well. But I was able to attend this reception with the leader of the Conservative Party, and if they win the next election, the future Prime Minister of Canada. So that was kind of cool. I have met Pierre before. This is good friend Ronak Patel, who also traveled in to make the event, so that was great. And you'll see a whole bunch of other cool stuff that I share. I think I can just get the link. Can I just copy link? There we go, copy link. So I'll put this in the chat as well. If you are curious and kind of seeing more or learning more about why I was there, what happened, what it was for, I kind of just wanted to show off the picture, and it was a fun evening, and glad I attended there. But not going to speak too much more about that. As you can see, slightly quieter week in the immigration front, because usually we have lots and lots of immigration news and updates to discuss. But other than the express entry draws and the budget stuff, wasn't too much. I want to do a quick mention as well of the Canadian Immigration Pros podcast, which has been going really well. So if you do like my Canadian immigration content and you haven't already checked, make sure you're keeping an eye on the Canadian Immigration Pros podcast. I'm going to link to it in the chat as well. What I do there is I basically invite other regulated immigration professionals, immigration lawyers, immigration consultants, stuff like that. And we talk about a very wide range of immigration topics and news and stuff like that. Right? So the link will take you here. You can watch it on YouTube, or you can find us on your favorite podcast platform. And we've had some really good episodes lately, so I would definitely check it out if you haven't checked it out in a little while. I spoke to Rebecca and Rima from R&R Law. We talked about a few things like Francophone mobility, JRs. I talked to Earl Blaney, who's another good friend as well. Very, very experienced and educated guy when it comes to the international student space, and there was no shortage of things to talk about there with Earl, so that was good. Had Adrian Smith on. We did a deep dive on visa refusals, so things like reconsideration requests, JRs, what to do in those situations. That was really good. Had another good episode. This is going back 3 weeks now with Alexandra Callanan about, more general immigration, express entry, what people can expect. Take a look. There's a whole bunch of episodes now with a wide range of topics, just talking about immigration, talking about different types of programs, different challenges. Geez, we're up to 19 episodes now as well. So it's been great. Definitely check it out at the link if you are interested. The last thing, what do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the last thing I just quickly wanted to talk about, recent blog posts that I posted. If you're operating a law firm or really any business right now, I posted this week on the Visto blog using video content to grow your immigration firm, insights from a lawyer. Ironically, you're watching this on video, so you are proving that video content is pretty good. Right? I think if you're trying to grow your immigration law firm, and this probably extends to any other service-based business or even product business as well these days, is, oh wait, did I put the link? Yeah, I did put the link to that. I'll put the link to this too. But if you're trying to grow really any business or brand or side project or side hustle or whatever, like, I think video is the way to do it right now, right? Hence why I put out so much video content myself. And so I finally sat down and put together this blog post talking about my experience with it, why video content's so popular right now, some success stories, and then some strategies that I would recommend on, how to implement it and stuff like that. So I would definitely check that out, especially if you're a business owner or, you're a young professional, you're trying to grow a brand or trying to grow a business, something like that. It could probably help in that regard, so I'll link to it too. It's on the Visto blog if you're comfortable with our website as well. And that is pretty much it. I gotta say, I think I jinxed myself, because the last few episodes of the Visto show, I've been talking about how easy it is to do the show, because IRCC gives us so much information, so many updates, so many changes. So it's been very good. And I'm not opposed to having these shorter episodes like this, right? It's kind of nice, short and sweet, so to speak. So this will definitely be a shorter and sweeter episode, just because there hasn't been all that much in the last 2 weeks, especially compared to the last few months, right? Where we've just been inundated with IRCC updates, news, pilot programs, caps, this, that, and the other. So it's actually been kind of nice to almost have like a quote-unquote quieter week on the Canadian immigration front, and maybe in the next episode things will be a little bit more eventful, I want to say. I don't know. So anyways, that's it for me, unless there's any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that. Thank you again to everybody who does tune in live. I really appreciate when you take some time out of your Friday to tune in live. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And make sure to check me out on LinkedIn, because if you want to tune in live, then you can take part in the conversation, ask questions, share comments, all that kind of stuff as well. So anyways, that's it for me. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend, good week ahead, or whatever day it is if you're watching after the fact. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.